Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel, and welcome to another video. Now, before we start, no, I did not cut my hair. It's just braided because I just felt like braiding my hair. So yeah, just wanted to point that out for you guys. Who are like, oh my God, Tyler, he got rid of the hair. Like, no, it's still there. As soon as I take these braids out, it'll be probably a little bit longer, but nonetheless. That out the way, I wanted to do this video. I have two made that might be going up today. But yeah, I hope you guys had a happy holidays and a great Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. It's Black Friday, which is going to be like the busiest day of the year for me because I work in retail. So I'm going to have to go out in a few hours and be in hell for the next 6-7 hours. That's going to be very fun. But one thing I want to talk about was AEW. I did get a chance to catch both AEW and NXT over the last 2 days. And I thought they were both really good shows. I'm really interested to see what these shows do in the ratings because I would say this is one of the most important weeks for the ratings. Seeing as NXT just came off of their big Survivor Series win, WWE put NXT over big over Raw and SmackDown. You would like to believe that's going to project in the ratings, and NXT will do better than AEW this week and maybe over a million. But we don't know. AEW also was in Chicago this week, and that's pretty much almost their home base. That's where they had All In. That's where they had All Out. That's where they had, such and such. So you want to believe that they had an AEW Championship match on there, and they had an amazing, hilarious opening segment. I just love that. It's one of the best segments of the year, in my opinion. They had some good matches on the show, so I'm very interested to see what their ratings look like come Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Monday, next Monday, because I don't think they're coming in today or anytime this weekend. I think it's coming in Monday, so I'm very interested to see what they look like. But one thing I do want to talk about in this video is a problem I'm starting to have with AEW. I love All Elite Wrestling. It's a great alternative to WWE and really wrestling in general. I mean, if you don't feel like watching WWE or you're upset with them, AEW is one of those caveats you have. And there's really no excuse at this point to still be upset and angry over watching WWE when you have so much other things to watch, but now you have another mainstream thing you can check out. So, AEW has been having some really good matches lately. I don't think the AEW's had that one great standout match on TV yet, but maybe we're coming to that point. And all like when I think of great AEW matches, the only one I really could think of off the top of my head is Cody versus Dustin Rhodes. There's really no other match in AEW I can think of. Whoa, this was a great match that I remember for a long time. I don't really remember any matches other than Cody from Dustin. And I was there, so that might be part of my bias. But the one thing I'm starting to realize, and this isn't just like a one-time or two-time or three-time incident. No, this is an every week thing that's been going on for AEW, really, I think, since their debut episode. And I don't know if many other people are having the same issue that I'm having, but I figure if I address it, maybe somebody will agree, or disagree, maybe there'll be some comment, I don't know. One thing I feel like I'm starting to get really annoyed with AEW is the constant roll-up finishes that they keep doing. I've noticed that on this week's episode of AEW, they had not one, but two roll-up finishes on this show. They had one where Emi Sakura rolled up Chris Statlander to win for her team, and then Kenny Omega rolled up, he did a rolling jackknife pin on Pac to beat him. And I understand AEW has this, notion that, matches can end at any point in time, it's not going to be just the finisher, but it's a different story when, someone hits their finisher and we understand it's a finisher. We understand that's supposed to be the finish of the match. And that ends the match. That's commonplace in wrestling. It's another thing when it's just an out of nowhere pinfall and they get the win. Usually it's for shock value, and sometimes it's to further a storyline. I get that, but when it's done literally at least once a week on your show, it becomes a bit problematic for me. Because it just doesn't seem like there's much creativity when you're doing a roll. I can understand if they're doing roll-ups every once in a while, or every once in a blue moon, maybe twice or three times a month, or when there needs to be a roll-up finish to do a roll-up finish. Once upon a time, back, I don't even want to say once upon a time. This is probably like, what, maybe 3-4 years ago. Raw had this issue. Monday Night Raw had this issue where we had tons and tons and tons of distraction roll-up finishes. Like wrestler A be wrestling wrestler B. Wrestler C comes out. Wrestler B gets rolled up by wrestler A. And then that's the end of the match. And then we would get that at least maybe 1 or 2 more times on the show. And this would be like an every week thing. A Raw, sometimes SmackDown. And people got annoyed. People were pointing us out. And nowadays we don't see much of that anymore. And I'm happy. And AEW isn't doing distraction roll-ups. Like, I can't recall them doing a scenario where, like I said, wrestler C comes out and wrestler A gets rolled up. It's just kind of been like, oh, they're doing a sequence of moves, and then, oh, wait, wrestler A rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, that's the end of the match. And it's like, sometimes, yay, it's cool, but it's like, it's consistent now. It's like, after week 4, after week 2 and 3, I get that roll-up finishes are a thing. They can realistically end the match. That's where it ends. Once you established it, that's all you need to do. I think doing it every single week is just going to get on people's nerves at some point. It's getting on my nerves, and I know if it gets on my nerves, at some point, somebody else is going to get annoyed by this. And the one thing I don't want AEW to do is to get in a habit that people will dislike, and then I'll give people a reason to not watch AEW. The thing about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and WWE is that I don't watch them because I'm tired of putting up with their bullshit. I'm tired of feeling like I'm being swindled in a bad way, or I'm being led on to something that I'm not going to like, or I'm invested in some storyline only for it to get thrown in my face, and then I feel stupid for actually investing my time in it. I don't feel that with AEW right now, and I'm not saying I'll never feel that way, because obviously they're going to do something that's going to piss me off at some point. It's just commonplace. I mean, it's just the world we live in. Not everything is perfect, and AEW at some point is going to, do something that makes me... I'm not mad, but it's like, it's getting annoying. And if it gets annoying, soon it's going to make me mad. And I'm just one lone person, but I feel like this is something I want to address because, I don't know if somebody at AEW is going to watch or something, but it's like this sequence that we keep getting, this sequence of events we keep getting, roll-up finishes, it needs to be shortened. It needs to... I'm not saying don't do them anymore. Because roll-up finishes need to happen at some point because, like I said, it can add to storylines. It can advance storylines. It could be for shock wins. But the shock value goes away when it happens so much. And now, literally this week, I sat here before the show started and I said, what match is going to have a roll-up finish? I shouldn't feel like a match on your show is going to have a finish of this kind. It should be unpredictable. You know what I mean? And the finish, I'm not saying every finish is going to be unpredictable. Obviously, as a wrestling fan, you have this notion to analyze everything you see, but come on now. I feel like we could do better than this. In Japan, the lariat is a move that can end the match. It doesn't happen too often in Japan unless it's like Shingo Takagi or Sho Tanaka or somebody like that. But a lariat, like, why don't they do lariat finishes? Like, I would love to see, like, somebody just fucking BAM! Clothesline from hell the shit out of somebody. 1, 2, 3, that's the end of the match. I would be happy with that. I would be elated to see a lariat finish in AEW. And then maybe, 3 weeks from now, they do it again. Lariat finish. Maybe same person. I don't want everybody to do it. That's the thing also with the world finishes. Like, everybody is doing these roll-up finishes. Not just certain people, not just heels, not just faces. Literally everybody. Maybe a few people, maybe like 3-4 people, maybe more people with like, more muscle mass that you could believe actually could do a stiff ass lariat. Does them. 1, 2, 3. End the match. Awesome. Top rope finishes. Not everyone has a top rope finishing move, but maybe, 1 week Kenny Omega does a Phoenix Splash. That ends the match. Nobody will be pissed off if Kenny Omega used a Phoenix Splash to beat Pac this week. No one would have been pissed off if Kenny Omega used his electric chair German suplex to beat Pac this week. But a rolling jackknife? I don't know. That just soured the match for me. That soured the match for me legitimately. That Pac and Kenny Omega match because it ended off a jackknife. It's like, did Kenny Omega really need a roll-up finish on Pac when he's been losing so damn often? It just seemed like it did less for me in that match than it probably should have done more. So that's all I want to say with AEW is that, like I said, I want them to succeed. I don't want them to get to this notion where fans get annoyed, like get mad at them. So stuff like this, if it's annoying me, I'm gonna say it because I want them to nip it in the butt quickly. You know, maybe you don't have to right away just get rid of the roll-up finishes thing, but you know, over time, just like do less and less of it, and maybe at some point you can do it here and there, but just not once a week. Because I swear to you guys, it's been a once a week thing. I've been noticing this. But that's all I want to say. Thank you all for listening to this video. I know it probably wasn't, you know, all hyping in your face or whatnot, but I just wanted to have a bit more of a chill and low-key setting. Hope you guys didn't mind that too much. Anyway, I love you guys always, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out, guys.
Go ahead.